Hi everybody, welcome. For those of you who don't know, my name is Lorna and I work at Awareful with Dan and Luke, the Awareful team, and we teach mental health coaching, we do therapy, we teach yoga, I teach yoga and meditation, mindfulness practices. So I've been invited to share with you my top tips for meditation. And so starting with 3 secrets to meditation, and they are: number 1, to practice; number 2, practice; and number 3, practice. Those are the 3 secrets to meditation, and it's a little bit like the mental muscle. You can't expect to go to the gym and just after a couple of days have an amazing 6-pack. Dan actually shared something quite funny on Facebook the other day, which was 80% of people with a gym membership hadn't realised the gym had closed. So of course practice is so important. You need to build up your mental muscle for meditation. I love the quote by Swami Shivananda, who says, "An ounce of practice is better than a ton of theory." So if you're new to meditation, be kind and gentle with yourself. Just establish the habit of practicing meditation. Next, I'd like to say that this might come as a surprise to you that I can't teach meditation. In fact, nobody can teach meditation. It's a little bit like saying I'm going to teach you how to sleep, okay? What I can do is share with you the habits to create the right environment and so you can create a bedtime routine and then a really healthy bedtime routine and regular habits to prepare yourself for sleep. And some days that will work marvellously and other days it won't. In the same way, I can share with you about creating this right environment and things like that, so that you will enhance your probability of being accustomed to meditation, and sometimes it will come easily and other times it won't. So just coming into the practice with an idea of acceptance. So it's important to create a time and space for your meditation. So having a regular time to meditate and meditating in the same space. So you don't need to have an ideal environment, you don't have to be out in nature or anything like that, but and also of course we all have busy lives and you might be a parent, so making it as easy as possible for yourself, choosing that time in the day where you know that it's unlikely that you're going to be disturbed. The ideal time is to meditate in the morning, but that's not essential. Any time in the day that's going to fit in with your routine and can become an established habit is really what's important. And by having the same time every day, almost like the same bedtime every day or eating at the same time, what will happen, it's like Pavlov's dogs, where your body will almost then prepare itself, so you start to become hungry at that time. So you eat at 1 o'clock, then you're going to start getting hungry at 1:45, or if you always go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, then you're going to start becoming tired at 9:30. So it's the same thing. If you have a regular time and regular practice, your body will almost be saying, meditation time is coming up, and it'll almost be getting itself prepared to be becoming more relaxed before you even get into the practice. So just doing a time that works for you, and also as well the same space, the same chair, the same area that you meditate in is really quite helpful for that as well. I'd say particularly if you're new to meditation, don't overcommit yourself. We all know, it's well researched, the benefits of meditation. So I'm not going to really go into the details of that, but you might be new to the practice and think, oh, okay, so this is going to really work for me. I need to, practice meditation at least half an hour a day. But I would advise you to do the least amount of meditation. So just start really small, tiny baby steps, just 10 minutes per day. And then it becomes an established habit, almost like brushing your teeth every day. So you can then build up your practice once that's become established, for longer and longer periods of time. But just 10 minutes a day, you're going to really find the benefits if you practice. Another important tip is to make sure that your body's going to be comfortable, that you're wearing loose clothing or you're feeling comfortable. So you don't have to sit in a cross-legged position on the floor. If that's comfortable for you and it works, then great. Just making sure you've got a cushion underneath your hips. If that doesn't work, then just sitting upright in a comfortable chair. I'd advise you not to lie down, purely for the fact that the purpose isn't to fall asleep, so it's likely that you might fall asleep lying down, unless of course you want to fall asleep, then lie down. But making sure that your body is comfortable, so it's going to be wanting to go back to that practice. So yeah, posture and feeling comfortable is important. You want to have an upright spine. If you are sitting in a chair, then you want to have your legs uncrossed, your soles of the feet on the floor, both feet on the floor, your hands just resting in the lap. And then coming into this practice, meditation, of course, we've got very fast-paced lives. We've all been forced to, if you like, pause. Perhaps some of you are still working from home, but we've got this really fast-paced life. And remember, the mind is designed to think. That's your body and mind is doing its job when it's thinking. So it's constantly thinking all of the time. That's what it's there to do. So if you think of it like a car speeding along, and all of a sudden you slam on the brakes. Okay, you're going through the windscreen, and you can't just imagine that the mind is going to stop. You suddenly sit on the meditation cushion or the chair, and your mind is going to stop it. It just doesn't really work like that. So coming in really gently with yourself, just becoming aware of those thoughts, like a silent witness, if you like, and observe the thoughts. The mind is racing along, and just because you sit down doesn't mean that will stop. So what you do is create a point of concentration, and the point of concentration that most people use is the breath, but there are other things, focusing on a candle, focusing on a sound. So it's like the mind is like a bird flying off all over the place, and then the bird comes back to the nest to rest. And in the same way, when you come into meditation, your mind will still be racing around. It's doing its job, and that's perfectly okay. When you notice, you just come back to the breath and just be playful with it, saying, there's the mind, there it goes again, back to the breath. And allow the breath to be something you can just allow the mind to rest on. It will fly away again, and you just come back. But you can help actually your meditation practice off the chair by just focusing on one task that you're doing at a time. It's almost become a badge of honour to be able to multitask, and we're constantly planning and thinking and doing, and I've got this, and particularly if you're parents, you've got this to think of, that to think of. If you can, and to enhance your practice, try to fully absorb and be absorbed in one task at a time. I like the Zen proverb, which is, when walking, walk, when eating, eat. And that will strengthen that mental muscle for meditation. And also, especially if you're a beginner to meditation, my advice would be start with a guided meditation. So I will include a link in this post to a guided meditation for a beginner, which I'll record as well when I finish this. But obviously you need to like the person's voice that you're listening to and find it quite soothing or relaxing, or you can relate to. So if you don't like my voice, absolutely fine. Just play, just have a look. There's so many resources out there with YouTube. My colleague Dan and Luke also do guided meditations. So you can check out our Awareful page on Facebook, and I can add in other links as well. So I wish you well with your meditation practice, and have an amazing day. Thank you.